got to talk about it, Bolden.
We don't have to do anything. We're going to outwork them. We're going to out-recruit them. We're going to out-scout them.
The most important thing for the Colorado Buffaloes going into next season is they need to figure out how to bounce back from last year and keep the momentum going. Not really bounce back, I guess, but keep it going. We'll say it that way. And so the Buffs decided to do that. Spent a lot of time in the transfer portal, as you all know, even with people ridiculing them for spending so much time there. But Coach Prime said he's here to get winners, and the portal is going to be a place where they're going to live. So Colorado got not one, but two big-time pickups this past weekend out of the portal. So we're going to jump in and talk about them both real quick here on the Prime Time for College Football. Thank y'all for pulling up. I'm your boy, Jay. We're going to dive into the two latest pickups for the Buffs in Tyrekus Davis as well as Walter Anderson. One a veteran, one a young pup that's going to be in development, which is kind of critical going forward for the Buffs, and I like the direction and idea of this. So let's take a gander at it. First off, you got Tyrekus Davis coming from Wyoming. Now, Wyoming be producing some corners. I'm not going to lie. Seen a few good transfers that came out of there at other schools. But Tyrekus is one that adds another good player to the room. So he's roughly 5'9.5", 5'10". I think Hayes Fawcett over there at On3 has him at 5'9.5". But neither here nor there. He comes in as a graduate transfer with 1 year of eligibility left. He was a JUCO player at Navarro Community College down there in the Lone Star State, and then he comes in to join a very big room. He went there to community college there for 3 seasons. Then he went to Wyoming, and over at Wyoming, he played in 19 contests for them, calculating up 60 tackles, 2 interceptions, 14 pass breakups, and 2 fumbles, 2 forced fumbles. Best thing about him, though, in 2023, Pro Football Focus has him rated as one of the top corners and definitely the best one there at Wyoming, and he was their second best one in 2024. And so Tyrekus brings you a dude with tenacity. He is exactly what you Buffs fans enjoy, a dude that likes to hit. I was watching this film. I actually posted it on our social medias over at Primetime CFB on the X-Bird, and he likes to hit. He gets low, he trucks folks. Dude is a dog, and he's one that y'all like. The tradition of a player that you want to see here at Colorado is a headhunter who likes to hit, force fumbles, who's going to chase the quarterback, put it in his chest. He's going to break up passes by leveling folks, all the stuff that you all enjoy. And I had nothing but appreciation when I saw the video. I'm like, okay, this is a kid that Colorado definitely wants to have their hands on. And so for you all, definitely a reason to get excited. He joins a big room now that's full of, 7 transfers at DB spot. So he's going to join a bunch of guys that now like Teion Parks. You've got Terrence Love, John Slaughter, Taufik Bayard, Makari Vickers, as well as Noah King. So that's 7 DBs that was picked up. And he'll be able to compete with like Preston Hodge, DJ McKinney, which I think McKinney's going to be a monster this year. He should. But a very good, strong room of corners. So let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Want to hear your thoughts. He may play a lot more nickel, could come down as an additional safety and hit folks, but I think he's going to be a big, big contributor as he's one of the 3 seniors in the cornerbacks room that, like I said, adds veterans to go along with the young players that Colorado has. 8 cornerbacks are in the room now, which is pretty much a big deal going forward. To add with him, Colorado went and got them a young pup, someone that can be developed, and that is Walter Anderson. He's going to join the Buffs. He's got 4 years of eligibility, and I think this is huge. He was at UCLA, wasn't really highly ranked coming out of high school, but he was 6'5", 290 in high school. And okay, you know, you hear that, oh, that's pretty nice size. Well, he hit the weight room hard and looked like he got a growth spurt too. The man is measured in at 6'8", 335 pounds. Yes, he added 3 inches and 45 pounds to his frame while at UCLA. So he's going to come in as a big boy. He's from California, and so, but he's coming here to Colorado with a great opportunity to play and get developed by this great offensive line staff. And that's pretty exciting. He's one of your younger guys. You know, he'll be like, you know, with Carday Smith as well as Chauncey Gooden. You got a bunch of young guys now, so you're actually building upon that. Jordan Seaton isn't your youngest lineman anymore, even though he's technically a sophomore because he played all last year. But he comes in as a young offensive lineman that now all you got to do is get him to develop. That's the key thing. And, of course, that's what's most important here for the Buffs is being able to develop players on top of getting them out of the portal. And you know Coach Prime's mantra, he's going to go after a combination of recruits as well as transfers. He's not coming in here with the mindset of got to do one or the other. He wants players that are ready to play today. And honestly, transfers typically are better because a lot of them now have an understanding of what the requirements are in order to do this job. They get it. They now know they don't have very many questions. So they're going to come in ready to be hungry and ready to play. And that's what Prominent wants. They want guys that are ready to play, that are hungry, that are ready to compete. And I think Walter Alexander brings another dynamic to the room of someone that, I mean, at his size, you would love to have him on the field. 6'8", 335 is freaking huge. Now the question is what does his form look like and everything? Looked at some of his high school stuff and not too bad. He's got some work to do, and I think that he can get that put together here, especially with the defensive line he'll be battling against. So let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Want to hear your thoughts. How you feel about the Buffs landing another offensive lineman out of the portal? This is, you know, another big pickup. 15 offensive linemen now on the team. 30 total incoming transfers. Woo! Man, that's a lot. And that's 8 offensive linemen that also transferred in. So, all right. Some anonymous coaches had some things to say about Prime. We'll drop that video later today. Thought it was interesting that they want to take shots at what Coach Prime is trying to do. Very interesting. But, of course, it got to be anonymous because it's the only way you can get somebody to say something on the record. So, if you don't want to miss that video, hit the like button. Subscribe as well as hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of the future videos come down the line. And yeah, we'll chop it up with all of you. A few hours.